Hello and welcome to the Present Truth Podcast. Today is Monday the 23rd of September. I'm Derek. And this week I have some unfortunate news from Pakistan, but some slightly more hopeful news from Iran. So in Iran last week, the government released 11 prisoners who were being held for various charges. Mostly they fall into the category of crimes against the country. They released a human rights attorney, though unfortunately we haven't heard that they released any of our Christian brothers and sisters that we've been praying about. So keep praying. But it does give hope for our brothers and sisters in Iran that the legal profession may look kindly on them, with this president having been set from the government from the very top. I received a message from an Iranian Christian who said she'd like to thank us for the update of the status of the prisoners in Iran. But she also says, as with some other Iranian Christians, I worry very much about what's going on for Christians in prison, mostly for Brother Behnam Irani. He's in a terrible health situation and may have died without the intervention that he's received. I would like to ask you if you could send our request for freedom of religious prisoners to President Barack Obama to speak with the Iranian president in that early meeting that would be held in these weeks. I'm not sure I know what meeting that she's talking about, but I'll do my best to send the message on to President Obama. And you can too. You can write to President Obama, to your congressman. If you're fortunate enough to be living, most of you are, in democracies, you have an elected representative who you can write to. You can find information about where your congressman or member of parliament is, where their offices are, how to contact them, and I would encourage you to contact them and highlight these cases. You could even write to the President of Iran or other members of the government there. Just remember, when you do, don't say anything negative or disparaging about their country. It's a wonderful country and one of the first places civilization came up in the Middle East. Rather say this: ask for the release of Christians held in jail, and ask that freedom of religion would no longer be considered a crime in Iran. And so on to news from Brother Behnam. He is well in spirits, though poor in health, and both he and his family need your continued prayers. So please pray for him and let him be one of the prisoners that you mention in your letters. Remember as well, you can write to him in prison, and this has had an effect in the past, where brothers and sisters who have been in prison have had their cases handled differently when the prison guards know that international attention is on them. Send him a letter. It will do a world of good. Pray for him and his family. Alireza Sedian, we have no update on him. Again, he's being held in Evin prison in Tehran. Keep him in your prayers. Write a letter on his behalf. Saeed Abedini, again, we've had no updates, but we know that this week, on Thursday, I believe, the 26th, there will be a prayer vigil held on his behalf. I encourage you to join in this. You can find more information on the website savesaeed.org. Remember Shahin Lahuti, who is still in prison, waiting for the conclusion of his appeal. You can get more up-to-date information from Christian Solidarity Worldwide at their website csw.org.uk. Now from Pakistan we have some disturbing news. 2 suicide bombers blew themselves up in a church on Sunday, killing at least 75 people according to the BBC. Now, there's been wide condemnation from Muslim and Pakistani leaders, but I just want you to think for a moment. What if it were you at that church? What if it were you believing in Jesus Christ, worshipping the Lord, and not knowing when somebody is going to slip in under the guise of being a brother or sister in the Lord, but under their coat they're packing a bomb? trying to kill as many people as they can. It's a terrible situation to be living in. It's terrible pressure to be living under. Keep them in your prayers. Pray for the families of those that have suffered loss, that the Lord would be with them. Pray for those that are injured in hospital, that the Lord would comfort and would heal them. And pray for them to be encouraged in their faith, even under the great pressure they're under in their country. Asia Bibi is still in jail, and we've had some disturbing news reach us about her situation. She's being held in solitary confinement. We knew that, but it appears now that she's under a lot of pressure to renounce her Christian faith and convert to Islam. This, of course, would make life very easy for the government, as they could forgive her because now she's a Muslim and she recognizes the error of her ways. But I'd like you to pray that she stays faithful to Jesus Christ, and that the government officials would find the courage that they need to release her under the human rights that Pakistan stands for. Pray for her family as well, who haven't seen their wife and mother of 5 children for several years now. Also in Pakistan, there's a young Christian couple I would like you to consider praying for and supporting if you can. It's a Christian man who's married a Muslim girl, and the family of the Muslim girl is trying to kill them both because it's been a reproach to their honor. They've both fled the village where they were living because of this, and they fled to the city where they're in hiding, unable even to find a job. The police have not been helpful. Indeed, the police are also looking for them. So I'd like you to pray for them. And as I said, their monthly expenses are about $250 a month to remain in hiding and alive. Please keep them in your prayers and support them if you can at all. In India, the church building in Naglavancha is proceeding well. We've had a couple of pictures and you can have a look at them. It just needs the electric and the plumbing to be installed. Please pray for the continued outreach in the village regions as more people are coming to know Jesus Christ as their personal Saviour. And in the Middle East, finally, the mission workers want more material to work with for the upcoming holidays, where they want to do a big push to reach Muslims with the gospel of Jesus Christ. To do this, we want to provide them with 4,000 New Testaments and Jesus movies. I'm happy to tell you, since the last time, our stocks of these have gone up from 250 to 450, but this is still just over 10% of what we'd like to give them. Keep the mission work in your prayers, and if you'd like to help financially, you can find more information on our website. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast. We at Present Truth trust that you'll be inspired to prayer for these things that we've presented. If you would like any more information, please visit our website at presenttruthmn.com or email me at derek@presenttruthmn.com. God bless you, and may God bless all the believers who've suffered loss in Pakistan especially.